Hi, my name is David, and in today's tutorial we're going to talk about printing on mugs again. We've printed mugs before, but today we're going to print on these specialty mugs made of tin or email. These mugs are particularly popular within the camping scene or outdoor enthusiasts. You can see these mugs very often printed with sublimation technology. But as you know, sublimation can only be used on bright or white surfaces. You certainly cannot do these kind of mugs with sublimation. But with Ghost White Toner and our Multitrans paper, you can easily print or transfer your print onto colored mugs such as these. I will show you a little example close up to the camera here. As you can see, we get a nice white print on this dark green mug, and we will do the same on this dark blue mug in this tutorial. All you need for this kind of printing is, of course, the mugs you want to print on. You will need a standard mug press, either manual or automatic, with a standard inlet. You will need Ghost White Toner cartridge inside your printer. You will need Multitrans laser transfer paper, which is available through our online shop. It's handy to have a silicone pouch, a scissor, and some heat-resistant tape to tape your design to the mug. But before we start transferring, I'm going to head over to the computer screen and I'm going to show you my files and how to print those. You can see our file here on the computer screen, which is just a standard PDF file. As you can see, I have made all my designs in straight black, so that when we have the white toner cartridge inside a printer, we will have a white print. So I just hit the print button, and I will quickly take you through my paper settings. For the Multitrans paper, we're using a lightweight paper setting, but you can also use transparency or film as you would with our t-shirt transfer paper laser dark. Make sure that you check the box for grayscale or black and white printing, and make sure that your design is mirrored. You can see it quite nicely here in the preview of Mac, and then I head to the media tab where I can choose my lightweight paper. And then I just go hit the print button. Before we're actually going to print the file, we're going to make sure that the white toner cartridge is inside a printer and that we have inserted a sheet of A4 Multitrans paper. To check if the right toner cartridge is inside the printer, you just open the printer on the side, slide out the toner tray and see that the white toner is installed inside of the black spot. You can swap between the black and the white toner as often as you want. To insert the Multitrans media, just open the bottom tray. I have some blue sheets in the bottom of my tray so that you can see easily. This is the Multitrans paper. It's clearly marked with the non-coated side with these blue lines, and I just insert it with the coated side facing up, so the blue lines facing down, to make sure that my print is going to be on the right side. Once we've printed our design, we can take it out of the printer, and as you can see, it's barely visible. As we're printing with white toner on a white surface, it's kind of hard to distinguish, but when you fade it through the light, you can clearly see your prints. Once we've got our printout ready, the only thing that we will have to do is we will have to cut out our single images that we want to place on the mugs. To place the image right on the mug, it's important that you cut it out straight and maybe measure the edges so that you can see where you want to align your picture, as you can't really look through the backside of the Multitrans paper when you place your image on the mug. I have already preheated our heat press to 140 degrees Celsius, and we're going to press with about 3 minutes time. But before we Okay, once we've cut our designs, we can just go ahead and glue our designs to the mugs. As I said, it's not that easy to see where the design actually is, so you gotta fade it in light to make sure that you place it upright on the mug. I have prepared some strips of heat-resistant tape here to glue my designs to my mug. I will start with this mug here and this design, and I will just make sure that I can align it well. As you can see, you can't really see through the paper, so you gotta be sure that you have it placed right. Once you're happy with your placement, you can just strip it down with some heat resistant tape like this. And I'm going to take the next mug and do the same step here. Okay, once we've done that, we can go over to the next step and use our heat press, but I will replace the camera for that. Okay, the best way to do it is to place a silicone mat around your mug to make sure that it's a little bit protected from the heat. I will going to place a second mug to the mug because then I can fit it better into my heat press, because the inlet is a little bit bigger than my mugs, and this way I make sure that I do have the pressure evenly distributed. Once I have my mug firmly inside the press, I will close the press with some really firm pressure, as you can see. I'm going to press for 3 minutes, and I've got my timer started now, and we'll be back after the pressing. Once the timer is up, we can open our heat press, take out the mug. Be careful, because as these are metal mugs, the handles can be quite hot and the mug will be hot indeed. Okay, take away the silicone pouch, and now you can see that the mug is still very, very warm. Before we peel off the transfer paper from the mug, we're gonna make sure that this is completely cold. With the ceramic mugs, I suggest that the best thing you can do is place them outside or at a cool place overnight. Same with these ones here. Or what you also can do is quickly rinse them under running water, especially the tin mugs. It's no problem. When you rinse them under water, they will cool down really, really quickly. I'm going to do that with this mug now, and then I'm going to peel them here in the water basket right for the video. Okay, now after I rinsed the mug under running cold water or have placed it outside in a dry place, I can peel it. To do so, I suggest to peel under cold water because that will help you remove the transfer paper easily. So first remove the heat resistant tape, and then you start at one of the edges, fold over slightly, and then you go underwater over the whole transfer. And as you can see, it comes off totally clean and very, very nice. All right, and now we're at the second strip of transfer paper. As you can see, we get a really, really nice and clean print. It looks brilliant and sharp, and we really get a nice impression of our design. What we can do now is we can just quickly grab a cloth and dry the mug carefully. This kind of print will be dishwasher safe for a lot of times. We've never counted it, but I would say that at least 50 to 100 times of dishwasher safeness is there, especially with the emi mugs. One thing that you can do, if you have some little residue from the transfer paper on the mug, you can use a little soft pouch with some nail cleaner on it and wipe over it. You will see that gives a nice shiny finish to the mug, and especially if you have some leftovers from the transfer paper at the edges, you can quickly wipe over it to get a really nice and clean transfer. So this is how easy you can print on tin mugs or emi mugs with Ghost White Toner and the Multitrans Paper. In one of the next videos, we're going to show you how you can not only use the white toner, but in combination with the color toners can print full color images, full color designs on mugs. This is one of the next videos we're having coming up. All the materials that I've used in this video, whether it's the toner, the heat press, or the transfer paper, will be linked in the description below. So just head there to find out what you need to buy in our online shop to do the same. If you've got any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave those in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave us a thumbs up below. And make sure that you hit the follow and subscribe button to follow our channel for future updates and videos. In the meantime, I say thank you for watching and see you next time.